Welcome to a jam-packed episode of the We Are Wrestling podcast. We are here.
Jesus, jam-packed, yeah.
So we are going into WrestleMania weekend with a lot of WrestleMania talk going towards WrestleMania. And
yes.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of stuff happening, and we got a lot to cover. Well, it's not a lot. It's just stuff. So let's start with Smackdown. Smackdown happened, and Cody came out and he wrestled Ludwig Kaiser.
It was a pretty good match, in my opinion. Kaiser actually showed his ass off on this, I think.
Yeah, this was actually really good, and a lot of people forgot that Kaiser could wrestle, but it was a great match, and Cody won. And then they said, Cody, you're going to face Solo Sikoa on Monday. And I was like, that was already established, but it wasn't already established to the people who did not pay attention to Raw.
Yeah.
That was really funny because I saw a lot of people when he said, oh, you're going to face him on Raw. Everybody was like, oh, wow, like, that's unexpected. And I'm like, did y'all not hear what Roman said? But also Roman wasn't mic'd on last Monday, where he said, you're going to fight him on Monday. And I was like, yeah, I remember that part. So then we had Charlotte Flair. And Charlotte Flair comes out, and Charlotte Flair is talking. She's saying about how she's going to beat Rhea Ripley, and this is it, kid, and you never will grow up, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Just basically talking shit. So it's like,
basically,
right.
like, her same tropes. Like, I feel like she really doesn't change much.
She doesn't. The only thing that was weird about that was, like, she mentioned Sasha. And it was like, that's kind of weird. Like, I did not see that coming. But there's a lot of things that's, like, weird. And it's like, I feel something is wrong with that situation. Because WWE just released 2 fucking matches with Daniel Bryan on it. And it's like, you usually don't release matches on YouTube with people from other companies, but now they're doing it. But it seemed like they have totally washed out Sasha from, like, posting videos, and it's like, that's very weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they even they did a fucking documentary on Saraya, aka Paige, while she's in AEW being fucking featured, and it's like, okay, so why did you guys just, like, erase Sasha's whole history here? Like what's going on there?
It's one or two things, probably. Like, one, they're probably just deleting her, like erasing her flat out for some apparent reason. We'll find out later. Or the second one is she's bound to make a return, and it's going to be huge,
Like,
trying to keep it hush.
Like, I feel like it is the second one because, like, the way that, like, it's not going with, like, ill will of just, like, oh, we're doing this because we hate her. It's like, it's like doing it, that they're doing it, like, they're erasing her purposely, and you're like, oh, that's fucked up. But then you see everybody else is, like, clearly in fucking AEW, and you're like, well, why are you erasing her when she's in New Japan, which is, like, in far less eyes than AEW? So why are you? What's the thing here? And it just feels off. It feels like it's something weird, but it just feels like this one particular person. And it's like, even Triple H said he has no ill will towards this person, even talked to her. So it's like, it just feels like this is a strategic plan to just, like, get everybody in this low space of, oh, they really do hate her. They don't want anything to do with her. They erased her from history, and it's just like this whole thing, but she's actually coming back.
Exactly.
it's kind of it's just kind of weird.
And like Sasha aside, my opinion. Sorry for cutting you off. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They kind of sort of have beef with AEW, quote unquote. You know, I mean, it's mostly the fans, not really the companies per se, right? They have no beef with New Japan whatsoever, to my knowledge. Like, you correct me if I'm wrong with that shit. So
they don't
really no reason to like cut her off. So, you know, it's gonna be something big.
Yeah, like they really have no reason. As far as the AEW WWE beef, I will talk about that later. But it's like, they don't have any beef with New Japan.
Yeah.
So back to SmackDown, and I'm going to put on my walking shoes because I'm going to walk back a take. And this is not, I'm not walking it back for the reason that everybody thinks I'm going to walk it back. I'm walking it back for another reason. Because we had Rey Mysterio versus LA Knight.
Yeah.
So Rey beats LA Knight, Dominic gets involved, and like, so after the match, well, LA Knight wins. I was wrong. LA Knight wins because of Dominic. Then Dominic calls out Rey. Rey's like, nah, fuck you. And then Angie and Aaliyah are out there, and Dominic starts talking shit to them, and he tells his mom to shut up, and Rey comes back and punches the shit out of Dom. And he said, you made me do this. And the crowd went fucking crazy. Now,
that's all it took?
Yes.
I was doing it a long time ago.
Exactly. The reason I'm walking this back is because I've been saying that he should have hit him a long time ago, which he should have. That's what I mean. He should have. But because they held it off for so long, the week before WrestleMania, it got a huge pop and it was over. Like, the bad part was, like, I didn't see anybody that goes, oh, he shouldn't have hit his kids. Everybody was like, he should have hit him sooner. But I'm just like, I see why they held it off, because it got this giant reaction that I didn't think they were going to get.
Mm-hmm.
And also, to his credit, that just proves one thing that a lot of people that aren't paying attention are not paying attention to. Want to know what that is?
What is it?
Dom is a great fucking dude. Dom is great. Dude, like
his heel turn is like phenomenal in my opinion.
Yes, and like it's been so weird because like if you're not paying attention, it's just subtly happening and you're like, oh, okay. And then you just like realize it like, oh shit, he's a big fucking heel and people actually hate him. He's generating real heat. Holy shit, he's good at his job.
Exactly. Because if no one cared, like that's when you're doing poorly. Like, yeah, fuck this guy. Like, change the channel. Like, you legit hate the guy, you're doing a good job.
Exactly. So then they announced Andy Kaufman's going in the Hall of Fame, which is, I didn't expect it like to take this long for him to go in the Hall of Fame, even though the only thing that's different is he never was in WWE or WCW. This was all like a Memphis territory thing. And it's like, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. And like, he should have been in the Hall of Fame a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. That's where he was.
I thought so too, but apparently he wasn't. But somebody brought up this point, and like, this has been like a long-standing rumor / joke with Andy Kaufman. They was like, dude, what if Andy Kaufman accepts the Hall of Fame award? And I was like, if that happens, I'm going to fucking pass out. Because a lot of people don't know this, but no matter what everybody thinks is like, oh my God, Andy Kaufman is dead. There's this circle of like even comedians and people in general that are like, he faked his death and he's been alive this whole time. And like, he's going to resurface one day and everybody's going to be like, this is the greatest joke ever played. And people are like, now, yeah, like that, like, I feel like I know it's probably not true and he actually did die, but part of me actually wants this to be a real fucking joke, like this real long-standing joke that he fucking did, and he just shows up one day, even if it isn't the Hall of Fame, that he just shows up one day and is like, yo, I'm still here, and everybody will fucking lose their shit. It'll be the greatest thing ever. But that is a Andy Kaufman rumor / joke that has lived on since he died. Was like, this is a work. This is just one big work because this is how this guy does comedy, and everybody has waited for that day. And I don't know when it'll come. I don't know if it'll come, but like, because honestly, like he would only be probably like 70, and people back then, they lived a fucking long life, so like he could still be alive if like this is true.
Yeah.
And I would fucking love that. But back to wrestling, we had Natty and Shotzi beating Lacey Evans and Xia Li. And now Shotzi and Natty are in WrestleMania in the 4-way.
That's cool.
Yeah. So then Ronda and Shayna comes out, and Ronda still has a brace on her arm. And Ronda put out this fucking Instagram post. And in the Instagram post, she's mad that the Oxygenarians would not let her and Liv do some of the cool stuff they wanted to do, and they cut down the women's match to 5 minutes. And it's not right, especially the way that they're booking stuff. And she just went on this total fucking rant against WWE's booking. And everybody has been trying to figure out who's the Oxygenarian. And they're like, well, Vince wasn't there at the time, so is she calling Hunter an Oxygenarian? The person I'm thinking of in my mind immediately is Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah. He still has kind of that Vince McMahon mentality a little bit. Not probably not as bad as Vince, but yeah.
Yes. And so that was a thing, and she just went on this rant, and like a lot of the women's wrestling fans were like, yeah, like she has a lot of points, which she does. She has a lot of points. The thing that kind of weirded me out was like wrestlers airing their grievance out in the open while they're still under contract to the company is always weird to me. And like sometimes they're justified. I'm like, okay, well that person is justified. I'm gonna get into like that later on in the show, but her airing her grievance was just like really weird and was like, yeah, I had a messed up arm and stuff, and I still wrestled and blah blah blah. I'm like, and she's like, I hurt my hip and all of this other stuff. I'm like, dude, like, why did it's kind of similar to something else that happened later on. And looking back on when she posted it, it could have been a joke knock at the same time on something else, but it seemed like it was real. So that's why I'm bringing it up. And also that her arm is actually fucked up and she's still going to WrestleMania. So that's another thing.
Yeah. The timing of all this is weird.
Yes. So then we get the contract signing with Drew, Sheamus, and Gunther. And Drew and Sheamus come out, and Sheamus cuts this promo and says, yo, it was like, it's kind of fucked up that my best friend would do something and take something away from me that he knows that I've wanted for this long, and he just steps up and steps right in the way of this and fucks me over. What kind of best friend is that? And Drew was like, shut up, stop talking, just sign a contract. He was like, if you really could do this, you would have done it by now. And it's like, oh, okay, well, that's true. That is also true.
Yeah.
So they're beefing, they sign a contract, then Gunther comes out, Gunther starts talking shit, and Butch just jumps over the table, attacks Gunther, and Gunther looks at Adam Pearce and is like, make a match! And they make a match, and they have a match, and of course, Gunther beats Pete Dunne / Butch.
I'm a butch. Like he's like unhinged.
Yeah, and the funny part is like people was like, "Oh my god, he's back to being a bruiserweight." It's like he was back to being a bruiserweight after week 2 of Hunter getting back in control. Like,
Yeah, it's just
yeah,
the
he
name.
didn't. Yeah, he has bruiserweight on his tights and everything, and it's like, well, they should change him back to Pete Dunne. You already introduced him in front of the crowd as Butch, so it is what it is. Like, you don't really need to fix anything. You already introduced him. There's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So then we get to the main event segment, which is the KO show. So KO comes out and he's hyped, and him and Shammy are talking, and he's like, "Yo, every year I have a shirt, and it's KO Mania. But this year, it's a new shirt, and it says WrestleZania. That's what it says, WrestleZania. Yeah. And it says KO Mania on the back, and he gives it to gives it to Sammy. Sammy's so happy. Then they get beat up by the Usos, and it sets up their tag team match at WrestleMania.
I'm excited for this match.
Oh, everybody is. And I do not agree with the person who was online who said, "This is the greatest tag team match that ever was done, and this is the biggest dream tag team match ever." And it's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not even the biggest biggest tag team dream match in the last 5 years. Like, you can't even say that when like there's been like 3 big tag team dream matches where people was like, "Oh my god, like that actually happened. Oh my god, that actually happened." Like, this is not one of the things where we were like, "Oh my god, this is actually happening." The reason it's a big deal is because of the story that was built up, and this is going to be a great tag team match because everybody in there is great wrestlers. That's the thing. Yes. But this isn't a big tag team dream match that was built up that everybody was like, "Oh my god, I can't wait to see this match." Like, people are weird.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, it's going to be an awesome match, but the greatest, I don't think so.
Yeah. So then we go to Rampage. And Rampage opened up with Will Hobbs versus Penta. And this was a better match than than Phoenix versus Will Hobbs. So he winds up beating Penta. And that was the match. They beat up Alex blah, 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 as usual. And it's like, where do you go from here? And I still hate QTV Squad. I hate them. Because they were all over this match. Like, they gotta go.
Every single one of them.
Yeah, they really gotta go. Because it's just like, it's just horrible. Like, everything about it is horrible. So then we get Ricky Starks. He comes out and calls out Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson comes out and then he says, "Hey, I'll fight you in New York City." Okay.
Like, whatever.
Yeah, we get Jeff Jarrett and them. They're talking about going for titles. We don't know what titles they're going to go for. It looks like they might go for the Trios title. So that's a thing. Then we get Brody King versus Jake Hager. And in the match, Anna Jay pushes Julia Hart. He pushes her, and basically it looks like they're going to have a match eventually. So that's dope. And Brody King wins. We still go on to have the 6-man with the House of Black versus the Jericho Jerk-Off Society. That's a thing.
Yeah.
So then we have Swerve. The Swerve's with Tech-9, and Swerve keeps alluding to having more members. He's talking about he wants to face Keith Lee. He keeps talking about he's going to have more people with him. because the people that he had with him are gone. But like he doesn't give like a clear point direction of like, oh, it could be this person or this person. And it's just like this weird ass like, no, it's gonna be somebody, but you don't know who. Okay.
You have any like ideas, you think?
No, I do not, because the one reference he gave before was like, oh, he's gonna have somebody from the Bullet Club join, which makes sense because the whole, hey, we're coming up on Forbidden Door, so that would make sense. But like this week, he gave a vaguer description that was like, oh, that first description was just not it, and it's like, okay, now it doesn't even seem to be a swerve. It just seems to be like he has no idea who it's going to be, and neither do they. I'm like, okay, we'll figure it out eventually. So yeah. So then we get Talia versus friend of the show Layla Gray, and Talia beats her with the Road to Valhalla / Jaded. Mark Sterling goes in to present the fucking cease and desist. He gets hit with the Road to Valhalla. And Jade's like, okay, I'm going to make you pay for that. And she walks off. So we're inching closer and closer to a match. I don't know about like this is long standing going for the match. Like I really just want them to have the match, but they keep pushing it farther and farther away. So we'll get to it eventually.
They probably want her to reach a certain number, like she's gonna like face a couple like jobbers in between that. Reach a certain number, like I don't know how far she is from like 60 or something.
She's at 54 right now, and that's the thing. I would agree with that if they let her wrestle every week. She hasn't wrestled in 3 weeks, and it's like, okay, Taya is wrestling every week. You should have Jade wrestling, getting up more numbers if you're going to make her be number 60. Like,
the only caveat would be dark or something.
Yeah.
Dark.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Jade's next match is her 55th win. And if she beats Taya, that's her 55th win.
Yeah. That's a bad number.
Yeah, and to me, I think Jade needs to lose so she could go and get into the main title. And it's like, yeah, we can do that, but like just we have to have the match. And I know that they're trying to hold it off for whenever they're trying to hold it off to. If they're trying to hold it off for Double or Nothing, I'm gonna be pissed because that's like in a whole month and a half, and I don't want that.
Too long of a fucking wait.
Yeah. So then we get to the main event of Rampage, which is the Kingdom versus the Acclaimed. Acclaimed come out and make a rap, and they beat the Kingdom because Top Flight Security comes after the Kingdom, which it's really fucking hilarious that a lot of people keep saying we don't want our Ring of Honor to muddy up the AEW, which the feud is kind of from Ring of Honor, the whole Kingdom versus Top Flight. And people are like, oh, we don't want that to muddy up our AEW. But then when people see the Ring of Honor fucking lineup, they're like, you know what? He's booking Ring of Honor way better than he's booking AEW. And I'm like, yeah, because he has a smaller roster and he has a better quality of time. That's why Ring of Honor is being booked way better than fucking the main AEW product. Yes, I agree.
He kind of has a better idea of what he's dealing with.
Yes. Because, like, I am super hyped for the Ring of Honor Super Show lineup, which we're going to get to in a little while. But, yeah. So, that was Rampage. So, yeah. now we're moving on to NXT, which was a pre-taped NXT, which was like, I mean, it was a go-home show to stand and deliver, so, I mean,
It is what it is.
Yeah, it started out with a battle royal. A lot of stuff happened in a battle royal. It's too much to keep track of, but it wound up being Axiom and Nathan Frazier as the last two, and Axiom gets the win. Were you happy?
I kind of like figured it was going to happen. I kind of wanted him to lose. Like, not that I don't like the Axiom character or whatever, but like I want him to like snap out and like go back to a kid. Like, I'm tired of this shit or some shit, you know, something like he keeps getting screwed.
Oh yeah, that would definitely be good. But we're here with fucking a kid being the dude going in, the fifth dude actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to get to the stand and deliver card later on when we talk about, well, after we finish talking about the rest of NXT on Wednesday. So, throughout the show, something that was very fucking entertaining to me, and I loved every fucking drop of it, you know what it is?
What?
Fucking Pretty Deadly, just like running down the stand and deliver card all through the show. And it, like, every time they were on screen, it just was more and more entertaining than the last time. And it's like, these guys are great.
Yeah, like, it made, like, if you weren't already sold for stand and deliver, they sold you on it, in my opinion.
Yes. They were so fucking good. Like, I had so many of my friends that was going, dude, like, Pretty Deadly is fucking awesome. I'm like, you guys didn't watch fucking UK? I was like, no. What the fuck?
Side paycheck.
Yes. So then we get Fallon Henley and Kiana James. And they're talking to Brooks and Jensen. And Fallon's like, Kiana, you have to tell them. And Briggs is like, what? Well, not Briggs. Jensen's like, what? What do you have to tell us? And Kiana goes, okay, guys, I got you a shot to be in the tag team title match. And it's like, and Briggs just totally forgets that she's supposed to tell him about the note and all. He's like, yeah. He's like, Kiana, you're so awesome. He's like, Jensen, your girl is awesome. And I'm like, dude, she just changed up that quick. And then they leave to go get ready.
He had something to win.
Yes. They leave to go get ready. Then Kiana and Fallon are there. And Fallon's like, why didn't you tell them? She's like, I'll tell them after the match. After they win. We can't distract them before they win their match. I'm like, dude, this is so fucked up. So then we get Von Wagner versus Tyler Bate. No words?
No, not really. It's a Von Wagner match. I purposely said nothing.
Oh, shit. Tyler Bate killed Robert Stone after Thea Hale killed Robert Stone. Duke Hudson does not give a fuck anymore. Duke Hudson does not give one fuck anymore. He's out of this. Like, he doesn't care.
You know what that means, though, right?
What?
He's gonna be the hypest one when the match actually happens. Like he's gonna like pour his heart out there.
Exactly. So after it's over, then we get this schism thing because they have this thing where they're taking over the school and they're gonna make everybody sheep and they're gonna put them under mask and they're going to do this. And it looked like they kidnapped the school already. It's like, okay.
That was weird.
So it was. So then we get little Roxanne, and she's back, and she's like, "Hey guys, where's Sean? He's over there." Okay. And I don't know. I'm gonna say this. This is gonna be a controversial take. This is gonna be a very controversial take. She's like a little anime puppy. That's what she looks like to me. Like she's just adorable and like a little anime puppy with wide eyes. That's what she is to me.
Yeah. Like the puppy dog guy, like begging, like, please.
Yeah. It's like, oh. So she goes in to see Shawn Michaels, and Shawn's like, listen, I'm glad that you're back, but I can't put you in a ladder match because you just got out of the hospital. And she goes into this whole thing. And like, everything was fine until she just was like, this is for my anxiety. Like, I need to do this for my anxiety. I'm like, what? Like, what does that have to do with your injury? Like, why did you bring that up? Like, yeah, it was so random. It's like, that had nothing to do with your injury. Why did you bring up anxiety? It's like, I want to go out there. Mm-hmm.
So actually, supposedly it did. Because, like, it would affect, from what I gathered, what she said, it would affect that she was anxious, she was exhausted, and some other thing. There was no clear injury, per se. It was mostly mental and internal and whatever. So the anxiety, per se, had something to do with it. That's not saying I liked it, though.
Dude, okay, if that's the point, why would you put yourself in an even higher anxiety situation if your anxiety got to you and killed you? So I'm going to go out there and put myself in a higher anxiety situation. No, I have to do this so I can conquer my anxiety. That makes no fucking sense. They do not, like, when you have anxiety and panic attacks, they don't say, oh, you know what? Fuck it, just go from 0 to 60. Go from this one-on-one match to going to this big-ass pay-per-view with ladders and 19 million people watching you. This is going to give you way more anxiety than that one match you had on a TV show in a fucking pay-per-view. It is stupid. It is stupid.
It is.
Fucking therapists do not tell you to do that. They say, okay, you ease on to the next thing. Ease on to the next thing. One day you will be able to do that, but you don't just go from 0 to a fucking 100. You can die. But hey, they said,
chill mode.
Yeah, and they like, fuck it, you do it. And Shawn Michaels like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll let you do it. And the funny part is like, she's just basically running through Shawn Michaels' playbook of like everything that Shawn Michaels has done in his career, and it's like she's just gonna keep going, like she's gonna keep being Shawn Michaels and girl form. And it's like, okay, this is weird, but I'll accept it.
All she needs is a Marty.
She'll have one. So then we get Valentina Feroz versus Elektra Lopez. And Elektra beats her. And it's like, okay, so what was the point of the feud?
There was none.
Yeah, it was like it's just a lot of stuff that was like, this was pointless. And then we get Eddie Thorpe, formerly known as Carl Fredericks. He's like, okay, he's now full on embracing his Native American history. I'm like, okay, cool. He gets the win. He's also a DJ, by the way, and that's weird.
Yeah, those two don't seem like they go together.
Yeah, it doesn't. And he beats the local NXT guy. And he gets his first win on NXT. Good for him. I was happy that happened.
When he gets a big win, if he doesn't do the DJZ as a DJ, I'm done with him.
But yeah, he has to because he's a DJ.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so weird. So then we get the Gallus Boys, and the Gallus Boys are saying, hey, listen, we're cool with defending our tag titles. If Broke Money wins, they can defend the tag titles with us. Who cares? Okay. So then we get the last chance three-way. Indy Hartwell, Ivy Nile, and Sol Rukia. And Sol does a Soul Snatcher while Ivy Nile has Indy Hartwell in a reverse DDT. That shit was fucking awesome.
Right?
The funny part was like, I didn't see it coming and it just happened. And Indy winds up stealing the win. So Indy is now in the title match. So Now Indy's one of the last girls, and all the rest of the girls are out there. And then we see Roxanne. I'm back with the title. Okay, yeah, no, we got it. We got it.
That Soul Snatcher is gonna wind up being like the new RKO in a sense. Like you won't see it coming. It won't be like so many different ways, but you know that type of thing.
Dude, like everybody has already started talking about that. Everybody started saying that it's the new RKO, and I'm like, I totally agree with you because the way that she did it was like you did not see that one coming. It just popped off, and you're like, God damn, dude.
If she could pull it off while just like not on the ropes, just standing there, then she could hit it from anywhere. So it's good.
Yep. So then we had like a world title video package. Then we had Isla Fire, their video package. Then we had a match with Hank Walker and the man who trained Stone Cold last year, Drew Gulak.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's really funny that people like keep forgetting that Drew Gulak is a good wrestler and other wrestlers like him. And then people found out, oh shit, Stone Cold trained with Drew Gulak before his match last year. I was like, yeah, dude, like Drew, that's why Drew is still here. Like people keep saying, why is Drew still here? This is why Drew is still here.
And Drew's awesome anyway.
Yeah. And Drew winds up beating Hank Walker because Hank Walker's still not ready. I don't know why he keeps thinking he's ready. He's not ready. He probably will be ready eventually, but he's not ready. He's not ready yet.
Train with Oscar, that way he'll be ready.
Yes. So we still have more of Pretty Deadly because they were all over the show because they're the host of the show. And then we have the tag team match. It's Broke Money versus, I don't know what to call them, Tony D'Angelo and Stacks 2 Dimes.
The family.
D'Angelo. The family, yeah. So the family wins and Broke Money loses. And then Kiana and Fallon are out there and Fallon's like, you have to tell him. And then Kiana says, you know what, Jensen? I do have something to tell you, but I'd rather show you. And she kissed him. And Briggs and Kiana and Fallon are like, dude, what the fuck? Like, what? Look at her. She's just getting away with it. And it's like, this is gonna be funny when whatever this is comes out. It's gonna be fucking hilarious.
Right? Like someone's gonna look stupid.
Yes, it is just like it's gonna be really fucking fun. I can't wait for this.
Exactly.
So then we get to the main event segment. And the main event segment is Grayson Waller signing this contract, and he's got to be in there by himself, and he doesn't want Johnny in there. He wants Johnny nowhere in there. He has all this security around the ring, and he doesn't give a shit. He's going to talk shit about Johnny. It's just him and the cameraman in the ring, and then all of a sudden the cameraman puts the camera down, and it's Johnny. And Johnny attacks Grayson Waller. Big pull-apart brawl. Show goes off the air. We're going into stand and delivery.
Did he sign, by the way? Because I didn't see him signing the contract.
Yeah, he signed it very quickly.
Okay.
So now let's go to predictions for stand and delivery. So Johnny Gargano versus Grayson Waller. Who you got in that match?
Johnny. Like this will be going full circle. Like Johnny needs this win.
Yeah, he needs to get his win back. And that would make everything right. I'm down with that. So then we have Fowler and Kiana James versus Isla Fire. Who you got winning that?
I'm going with Fire, Don. Either way you make your name, this sounds cool.
Yes. I'm I'm going with them too because I predicted they were going to be a tag team, and them being a tag team, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
So then we have Gallus Boys versus the Creed Brothers versus the Family. Who do you see with the tag team titles?
Oddly enough, I'm going to go with the Family.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like, I'm totally with that.
Yeah.
So then we have the 8-person Chase University, Andre Chase, Duke Hudson, Thea Hale, and Tyler Bate versus Joe Gacy, Jagger Reed, Rip Fowler, and Ava Rain, the Schism. And the winner gets control of Chase University.
Chase U's losing.
I got Chase U winning this. I got Chase U winning this. Yeah.
Yeah. I see them winning because of a betrayal, but it won't be the obvious one of Duke Hudson.
Okay. You think it's going to be Thea?
It could be Chase. It could be Chase.
Okay.
The one that will fuck me up if it's Tyler.
That would fuck me up too.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling like they're going to come together and they're going to win for some reason. I feel like Chase is going to win.
Hopefully. I would like that.
Yes. So, in the 5-way women's ladder match, we have Roxana Perez, the champion, Zoe Starks, Gigi Dolan, Tiffany Stratton, Lyra Valkyrie, and Indy Hartwell. Actually, that's 6 people. So,
yeah.
Who do you have winning that match?
Well, since they put Roxanne back in it and the whole anxiety thing, and she's supposed to like conquer the odds, or however the fuck you say it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be Roxanne. I have no doubt it's gonna be Roxanne.
Yeah, I believe it's gonna be Roxanne because like she should defend or lose the title in a one-on-one match instead of actually losing it in a big multi-fuck match. Yeah.
Yeah. The only way she'll lose it, and like I see probably Tiffany Stratton doing this shit, right? Where she's like they're about to get it, and Tiffany screws her last minute, pushes over, gets the belt, boom. Like a quick thing, like a yank.
Yeah.
But I see her winning.
Yeah, Roxanne's winning. So the North American Championship 5-way, Wesley the champion versus Dragon Lee versus JD McDonough, Ilya Dragunov in Axiom. Who you got winning this?
I see Wesley winning this, probably by pinning fucking Axiom, like in a type of screw job or whatever. Then like next NXT, Axiom asks for like another match 1-on-1, and like he puts him like go circles just like that, and he finally like wins, and that's when he snaps. Cause he has to fucking snap.
Yeah, I see Axiom snapping. I see Wesley winning a match.
Yeah.
So in the main event, Braun Breaker versus Carmelo Hayes. Who you got winning?
It's gonna be Melo, baby, because Melo don't miss.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. And Braun's probably going to the main roster after this.
Yeah, he definitely is, and Melo needs to go too, but they still need a champion down there, so Melo with the championship is a thing. Even though Melo has already called his shot for next year's WrestleMania, because he said, the person I would like to wrestle for next year's WrestleMania would be Seth Rollins. And he said that, and Seth Rollins acknowledged it. I'm like, okay, well, that looks like doesn't look like Melo's going to be down there for too long.
Not necessarily, because they can still have the match. Rhea Ripley wrestle at WrestleMania and see the champion. Yeah, but this is what I feel. I feel like Braun's going to lose, Melo's going to win, and after the match, Trick Williams is going to turn on Melo, and then there we go with that feud, and then right down the line, Melo's going to lose the title. He's getting called up probably by Summer, and yeah, that'll be awesome. Okay.
So then we go to Dynamite, and we have Jungle Boy versus Matt Hardy. So they're having a match, and in the back, Darby Allin's looking, Sammy Guevara's looking, and because the four-way, the Pillars four-way, and Matt Hardy's out there, and he's got Ethan Page, and Ethan Page is cheating for him. Then Hook comes out and beats up Ethan Page, setting up their match, which was already scheduled eventually. And Jungle Boy wins the match. He taps out Matt Hardy, and then MJF comes out, and he just starts talking. Did you like this promo? Yeah.
It was okay to like a certain point that end, like I liked it, but when they reached that point, I was like, why go there?
And the point that he's talking about, everyone, is when MJF mentioned Anna Jay, and it's like,
that was not needed.
Yeah, it wasn't needed at all. Like the whole point about them two being kindred spirits, and they basically are parallels of each other. And MJF is what Jungle Boy would be if Jungle Boy didn't team up with Marco Stunt Grove and Jungle Deuce and Christian. Like, it made sense, but like the Anna Jay thing was not needed. And like, of course, it pissed Jungle Boy off, but like, it was not needed.
Nah.
Like,
I was getting to that point.
Yeah, like I was all for everything else, and then he said Anna Jay. I'm like, that wasn't needed. It wasn't necessary. You guys had everything. So then we had a start of a storyline. So we get Kenny Omega backstage with Don Callis, and Don Callis is talking to him, and Alex Marvez says, "Hey, what happened last week?" And Don Callis basically says, "Yo, Hangman like flinched, and I fell, like I slipped." And then he turns to Kenny and goes, "Why did the first thing you thought of was Hangman attacked me? Isn't that saying something?" And it's like, that is kind of saying something. That Kenny's first thought was Hangman attacked him instead of Don just fell. And then he says, "Well, I'm going to go talk to Hangman and clear this whole thing up." It's like, okay. So,
do you, bud?
Yep. And he wanted Kenny to relax and get ready because he has a match coming up later. So then we had this thing. I seen this online before AEW, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And it took me out because I've seen these people together, and I'm like, aren't you guys feuding? But they're actually not feuding, which fucked me up a little bit. And it was 2.0 and Jake Hager and the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass were all together having a field trip, having fun, because the Acclaimed said, hey, I'm not the Acclaimed, 2.0. It's like, hey, you guys, we want to have fun with you. Ha ha. And it's like, okay, all right, okay.
Apparently Chris Jericho's paying for all this.
Yeah, it's so weird, but like, this is part of their feud, so it's like, okay, I'm cool with this. And I know people are like, oh, why do you think it is weird? It's not weird in a bad way. It's weird in a funny way that, like, I did not see this coming. That's the weirdness.
I like it, but at the same time, if you really analyze it, they already did this. The Ass Boys and Acclaimed, we're cool. No, we're not. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's why it's weird, because it's like, this worked, but this is actually funny, because like 2.0 is actually funny instead of annoying like the Ass Boys. That's what makes this good.
Only thing that was funny about that one was like once in a while they would like call them Ass Boys and they would get pissed.
Yes,
that was the only reason.
So then we had not even a match, we had a massacre, because we had Dalton Castle and the boys, friend of the show, the boys, got murdered by the BBC. And just to point this out, to everybody out there using the BBC, yes, we started calling them the BBC. I've never called them whatever the fuck they were called before. I've been calling them the BBC. And you guys keep calling them. Everyone has started calling them the BBC. And yes, we started that on this podcast. It's a thing.
Thank you.
Like, they murdered Dalton Castle and the boys. I don't mean just like, this was a fucking massacre. Like, they didn't even get in the ring. It was one point, like, I'll lie to you not, it was one point on the outside. Moxley was just choking out Dalton Castle on the fucking floor. He was not moving, just choking him the fuck out. It was like, what the fuck is going on?
Murder?
Yeah, it was insane. So then we go to the back and we're talking to Hangman, and Hangman's like, Alex Marvez asked Hangman, he said, hey, what happened last week? And he said, the BBC beat him up. He literally said the BBC beat him up. He didn't say BCC. He said the BBC beat him up. And then Don Callis comes out, and Don Callis is like, listen, I want to apologize to you for last week. And Don Callis puts out his hand to shake Hangman's hand, and then all of a sudden the BBC just beats the shit out of Hangman. And the funny part is Don Callis the whole time just still has his hand out. Still has his hand out. He didn't stop. This hand is still out. This hand is still out. And then Moxley looks at him. I thought he was going to shake his hand. Moxley's like, no, fuck you. And Moxley just beats the shit. Moxley just beats the shit out of him. And apparently, Don Callis hits the lighting rig. And he hits the lighting rig so hard, it just busts Don Callis open. And Don Callis is bleeding. I was like, what the fuck?
Do you think if he did not get busted open, this was going to lead to somewhere else? Like, Donna actually like turning on fucking Kenny like that night. That's where I think the payoff is, him turning on Kenny.
Oh no, that's 100% he's turning on Kenny. But like this is all like him getting injured was all part of the work. The thing is, he actually legitimately bloodied himself by accident because he just busted into the thing. But the thing is, he was always supposed to get taken out because Kenny had a match next with Jeff Cobb. So, and that played into the end of the match. And it's like, okay, that makes sense for him not to be
quote unquote supposed to get injured.
Yes. Okay. So Jeff Cobb faces Kenny, but right before the match, Tony Schiavone goes, yo, Don Callis got fucked up. And he's like, yo, I can't think about that. I got a match. So Kenny comes out in the match. Devil's Sky is the theme song that played, which actually fucking popped me and made me happy because it was like, this is like, I love that song. That's my favorite theme of Kenny's. It's like, this makes sense.
Hopefully he keeps it from now on.
No, he's not. It's only a New Japan exclusive. That's the thing. Yeah. When he's doing matches for New Japan, that's how you know he's Kenny Omega from New Japan when he switches up the music. AEW Kenny Omega has that AEW music. Devil's Sky is exclusive to the New Japan Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
It's like when you pick a certain character and like their whole fighting style changes because it's that version of the character. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Moxley. Like when he goes to Japan, like I think they change up his whole shit.
Yep, he changes up his tights and everything. So
yeah.
Kenny and Jeff Cobb have a great fucking match. And this is the Kenny Omega that I like, the actual wrestling Kenny Omega, and not doing funny shit. And it's like, yeah, no, I love this Kenny. And Kenny beats Jeff Cobb, which we all knew that he would. Mm-hmm. After the match, he gets attacked by the BBC. Like, wow. I clicked on the wrong section there on Pornhub. So, after he gets attacked by the BBC, Bryan Danielson's music hits, and he runs down to the ring, and he clears off the BBC, and he's like, get out of here! You guys get out of here! Go! Get out of here! And everybody's chanting yes, and some of them are chanting no. And soon as he came out of the ring, I'm like, you're gonna fuck him! That's all I said was, like, you're gonna...
That's what I thought.
Like, it was at no point that I was like, he's not gonna fuck him. Even when he fucking told Kenny, he said, Kenny, I'm here to help you. And he pulls him up, gives him his hand, and Kenny just reluctantly takes it. And Wheeler Yuta jumps up on an apron. Kenny runs to run him off. And Bryan Danielson, but Psycho knees the shit out of Kenny. And to be honest, this is like one of the like if you watch this back and watch Bryan Danielson, this is one of the most fucking I don't even know how to call it miraculous or like spiritual things. Like I don't know what to fucking call it. When he hits him with the Psycho knee, you can see it. He literally hits him, but Bryan Danielson goes into a full complete stop in midair. It's like boop, and Kenny Omega just goes down, and Bryan is like a fucking cartoon character that just like did this thing and stopped at a wall. I'm like, how the fuck are you even able to manage yourself in midair to do that? Like that is insane. Like Bryan Danielson is just fucking great. Like he's just fucking great. He put Kenny in the lapel lock. He puts him in the lapel lock. Huh?
He came out the heel tunnel, by the way.
Yes, he did. He always does. So he puts him in the lapel lock, knocks Kenny out, grabs his nose, and he shakes hands with the BBC. They all stand there and they all raising their hands and yeah, we're all one team. Yay! And then Bryan Danielson goes over to Kenny and says, "You are everything wrong with wrestling." It's like, oh, okay, well, that's the thing. That's the thing. So
as of right now, because like more than likely he's gonna wind up being Don. But who's the leader?
As of right now, Bryan's the leader. It looks like.
Okay.
And I don't know when this is going to happen because Matt Jackson actually is injured. And we don't know if Matt Jackson is going to be able to go, but he's injured. He tore his pectoral muscle, and it's not as bad as it seems. He says it's not as bad as it seems, but also you don't want to wrestle on that and fuck yourself up more. So
Cody?
we don't know what's going to happen, but like, hopefully he heals up so they can do this match and that'd be a thing.
Yeah.
So then we get the Ass Boys. And the Ass Boys are talking shit about FTR. They're like, yo, you are our heroes, but like we don't care about you now. They say never meet your heroes, blah, blah, blah. And when we beat you guys, it's really gonna be top guys out. I was like, oh, okay.
I'd laugh if they win and like they're actually out.
Yeah, that would actually surprise me. That would surprise me. But yeah, after the AEW stuff, we get into the AEW backstage and dumb stuff, but that involves them also. So yeah. So then we get Orange Cassidy versus the Butcher for the international title. And before the match, Blade beats the fucking shit out of Orange Cassidy. He can barely go. He does manage to go. Then him and Butcher have a match. Butcher beats the shit out of him for a while. Then Butcher winds up getting beat because the best friends come out and use a crowbar and they hit him. And then he loses. And it's like, oh, okay, that was extremely random. I mean, and like, I'm not even gonna lie, a little part of me was like, I think the best friends are gonna screw him, but that's not gonna
I was thinking that either that the whole crew turning heel.
Yeah.
Like, did you notice like the little hint at the commentary? Like they're talking about, oh, Orange Cassidy. More than that, Orange Cassidy's like getting tired of this shit, like defending his title every week, and like, you know, he's getting tired.
Yes. That, like, I want to see them heal, but like, I feel like it's going to be a weird way because they're going to be healed, but who do you find to be a face against them? That's the only problem.
Right.
So
Danhausen maybe.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, a 6-man group. You need a 6-man group to go against.
True.
So then we had Jade backstage and she was talking about Taya Valkyrie. I could not pay attention to what she was saying because I just was admiring Jade. But she said something about Taya Valkyrie and Rampage. I don't know. I was just admiring a goddess because she is a goddess, and what she had on Dynamite was just uncalled for. It was uncalled for. That's all I can say. Moving on. Then we get Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson wants to fight Action Andretti because Action Andretti is friends with Ricky Starks. So I want to fight you, and I'm going to fight you on Rampage. Good for you.
When did they become friends? What the fuck?
Wait, they were friends. Remember they were a tag team going up against the Jerk-Off Society?
Just because you cheat for me don't mean you're friends, is what I'm saying.
Well, that's a thing in AEW.
You don't see Jungle Boy and Hook hanging together anymore.
Hook just saved Jungle Boy. That's a thing.
But they're not hanging together, is what I'm saying. They're not friends.
Yeah,
they
that's
like help each other.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. So then we get friend of the show, Willow Nightingale, and she's looking disturbed because her friend is now part of Female DX. Really right. Yeah, they're fucking Female DX. They're wearing all green and black. They're coming out with spray paint. They're just fucking Female DX. Like, no one's going to tell me any different.
Green spray paint at that.
Yes, it's just total fucking Female DX. The cheating and everything. It's like, come on, dude. Like, you can't tell me that this isn't a fucking Triple H or Shawn Michaels tribute band. Come on.
All they need is a fucking catchphrase like similar to Suck It. Because I believe they can't use Suck It itself, but something similar.
Yeah, use Bite Me. You use that one.
I was thinking that.
Like, Ruby gets the win on Willow, and Willow was like, throughout the whole fucking match, was kind of not wanting to hurt her friend, but she had to. And then, after the match, Female DX beat the shit out of Willow, and then they beat up Riho and Sky Blue, and then Jamie Hayter returns. She got her visa back, so she's back home. And Jamie Hayter was going for her finish against Toni Storm. I swear to God, if she would have hit Toni Storm with that, Toni would be dead right now. Because Jamie winded up so hard that when Toni ducked, Jamie went through the fucking ropes because she was swinging so goddamn hard. I'm like, God damn, she wanted to kill her.
They practiced that shit.
They had to, because she was gonna rip her fucking head off. I was like, holy shit, that was strong. But
the only part I enjoyed was the Jamie Hayter part. Like, other than that, like the whole Sky Blue and Riho and like the run-ins and shit like that, it's bullshit now.
Yeah, this is getting too overdone. So then we had Will Hobbs talking about whatever the hell he was talking about. Because he said, I beat Penta, I beat Phoenix, nobody can stop me, whatever. Okay. So then we get the return of the ring of friend of the show. Everybody loves him. The blackest man in AEW, Austin Jenkins, aka Steve Dorsey. Yeah.
AKA the Chugs.
Yes. He's back with new revamped music. And he faces Daniel Garcia. And I did not know Daniel Garcia's music was Daniel Garcia's music. Because his music, his music came on. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this is actually good music. I was like, what the fuck?
I totally forgot about that. He used that when he was like feuding with Bryan Danielson, if I'm not mistaken.
Dude, he should use it more. That shit is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Notice it didn't have the Jericho stuff in it. So
Yes.
what you said last week about him slowly turning, that might be a
Hmm.
thing.
And he had a straight up professional wrestling match with Steve Dorsey. And of course, Steve Dorsey won. It was a great match, fucking great match. Steve Dorsey won. After the match, the streamers came down. Britt Baker came out to kiss him. And this was great. And then Jericho came down to get Daniel Garcia. And he grabs Daniel Garcia and he looks at Adam Cole. Then he turns away. And then he's walking Daniel Garcia up the ramp and he slightly looks back at Adam Cole. Then he walks away. It's like, yeah, we know that Adam Cole and Chris Jericho are next. Oh,
It might be a good feud for Adam Cole. At least it's gonna be his biggest feud in AEW.
no, it's going to be a big feud, but I hate when people get in a feud with Jericho because it turns into this all day, all night thing where it's just way too much drama and way too much bullshit. It's too long. It's too overcomplicated. It's too much bullshit to it. It's like, dude, I just want a feud and I just wanted to go. It's like a MJF feud on steroids. It's like you really don't want to see it. It's like, come on, we would like to move past this.
Yeah. Side note: when you said the streamers came down, I'm thinking of Chugs and whatever, right? So in my mind, I'm thinking Ninja and all them came down.
What the fuck? No. What the fuck?
I don't remember that part.
But it was so great to see him back. It's awesome. So
Yeah.
that was a thing. And that was AEW. And let's run down a Ring of Honor card for Super Card of Honor. And then we could get into AEW news. So Super Card of Honor, we have Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Daniel Garcia, which was made out of the fucking blue. It was made out of fucking blue, but I'm okay with it because it's a Tanahashi match, and whatever. So, who do you have there, Daniel Garcia or Tanahashi?
I'm gonna go with Tanahashi because he's basically New Japan's version of John Cena, and he's still doing it. So
yes. So yeah, I'm down with that. And then we have Vikingo versus Commander. Who do you have there?
Jesus Christ, that's gonna be a hell of a match. Dare I say probably steal the fucking show. Vikingo. Is it for the title? No, right?
Yes, it's for the mega title. Yes.
Yeah, so definitely Vikingo.
Yes, I see that too.
Yeah.
Then we have Athena versus Yuka Sakazaki.
Athena.
Yes, I see that. Samoa Joe versus Mark Briscoe. And I'm going with Mark Briscoe just because he gave this real passionate speech about Jay Briscoe. And this was this go-home show of Ring of Honor. He gave this real passionate speech, and it's like, dude, he cannot lose this fucking match for Jay. He dedicated it to Jay. He can't lose this. He can't lose this, yeah.
And he's a former champion, so he could do it. So I totally agree with you.
Yeah,
we're gonna go with Mark.
Yeah. So then we have the Embassy versus AR Fox, Blake Christian, and Metalik.
Team Metalik, because I heard a rumor. I don't know if this is true or not. We'll talk about it later. That fucking Brian Cage was leaving.
Yes, so I heard that rumor too. Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have the Lucha Brothers, Top Flight Security, the Kingdom, Aussie Open, and La Facción Ingobernables in a ladder match for the new version of the tag team titles. Which tag team do you have?
My brain says the Lucha Bros because they have a little bit of history with Mark Briscoe and all that. And, that seems to be a little story there, right?
Mm-hmm.
My heart says Top Flight. I want Top Flight to win, but I'm gonna go with the Lucha Bros.
I'm going with Top Flight, and I was going to say something really stupid, and my brain caught me and said, no, stupid, because I was going to say, I'm going with Top Flight because they're brothers, but then also, La Facción de Gobernadores are brothers, and also the Lucha Brothers are brothers. And it's like, yeah, like, that made no sense when there's other brothers.
Everyone in this match pretty much are brothers.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, everybody else is brothers, so you can't just use that as an out. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm going with Top Flight Security too.
Yeah.
So then we have the match that I'm looking for: Wheeler Yuta versus Katsuyori Shibata. I'm looking forward to that match in a pure title match. I want to see this because I want to see him die. I want to see him die. I know that sounds bad. I know that really sounds bad. I want to see him die. I want to see Yuta die. I want to see it. I'm going to keep saying it because I want to.
Me who I think is going to win, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like it's going to be like a hell of a fucking squash.
Yes, because I just want to see him get murdered. I want to see his death be broadcast live on TV. I want to see it. I'm all for Wheeler Yuta dying. And I know people are like, you guys love Wheeler. Yeah, until he bored me to death till I decided I'd rather see him get murdered. Yes, that's the thing.
Side note, though, what would you do if he wins?
Like, I'd literally just be staring at the screen, just like in shock for hours. Just in pure shock.
Exactly. Especially if he wins clean. Imagine that. Jesus.
Yeah, like I would definitely be in pure shock. So then we have the main event: Claudio Castagnoli versus Eddie Kingston for the title. Who do you have?
Kingston.
I kind of don't want Kingston to win. I kind of want Claudio to keep the title.
Yeah, I have no problem with him, and just like, you know, my trope with people having titles for too long, so.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was AEW. So, AEW news and stuff. AEW news and stuff. So, there was a lot of stuff that happened in AEW that shouldn't happen, and it pissed a lot of people off. Turned a lot of people against each other, and it just was the weirdest, dumbest stuff that was going on, because it all started with Phillip Brooks. Again, CM Punk. Again. He posted online, and he posted this thing about him not seeing Rocky, and him doing the squash match, and his injured foot. It was a lot. It was a whole lot. Did you see it? Did you see the post?
Yeah, no, that's all right.
It was very weird because, like, he basically was saying that Tony Khan told him to lose the Moxley, and Moxley said he wasn't going to lose to him. And then Moxley came up with this Rocky 3 idea, and he said, I never saw Rocky 3, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, I shouldn't even been wrestling because I was injured and all of this stuff. And CM Punk just made like this big ass thing. And like, the funny part was like, he did this, and it was like, at first it was like, oh, CM Punk might be coming back to AEW. But like, then after he did this, it's like, I don't think he's coming back to AEW. And then the next day, Moxley goes on Renee's podcast. And there's a lot of people that are very anti-AEW and are also very fucking stupid, because Moxley, the first thing someone put out was a quote from the podcast, and the quote was like, Moxley said, I've wrestled in the indies for 8 years. I've wrestled in WWE for 8 years, and AEW is the worst place for drama that I've ever seen. And everybody immediately was like, oh my God, blah, 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 and a lot of bullshit. And the funny part was, I, without even hearing the rest of the fucking podcast, knew exactly what he meant because everybody just took it and ran with this dumb narrative of like, oh my God, he's saying AEW is so bad, AEW is this, AEW is that. And I did not even have to listen to the rest of the podcast. Soon as I listened to the podcast and listened to that part, I was like, that's exactly what the fuck I thought. I even liked the post before even hearing the podcast. I'm like, what he's saying is exactly right because he's saying it in a different context of what everybody thinks he's saying it. You know what he was saying?
What are they saying?
He's saying everybody in there causes drama because it's a few people that jump online to start to talk shit and stir up bullshit, and good people get dragged into this bullshit. And I've been in places where that doesn't happen. All of a sudden, everybody just wants to air their grievances online instead of talking it out. And they make the company look bad. And that's what he meant by the drama. And I knew exactly what the fuck he meant. And people was like, oh, AEW is bad. No, he's literally telling the truth. Did motherfuckers get online and talk shit about AEW and it makes the company look bad? That's what he said.
Yeah,
and it's like,
he had a point.
Yes, and it's like, if you couldn't deduce that with your brain power, like some of these quote unquote wrestling fan journalists and some of these kind of wrestling fan read podcasts, if you can't just deduce that with your brain power and just be like, oh, there has to be more to this quote. Oh, this is what he's talking about, not this dumb stuff. Because I saw so many people just run with this narrative, and it's like, bro, that's not what happened. Like, you just ran with your own narrative instead of listening to the fucking quote. And like every time I've seen it, I'm like, I like the quote because he's telling the truth. And like, that's one thing we keep saying on this podcast too, is like, sometimes motherfuckers just need to shut up about AEW and just like, yeah, all the shit is cool, but like, you're complaining too much online. Just like, shut up sometimes. Just shut up sometimes.
Do your research before you say something.
Exactly. And that just pissed me off because like a lot of people was like, and like, one of my friends actually came at me for that, was like, dude, like, how could you like this? And like, you didn't even listen to the podcast. You didn't even get the full thing. And I literally just was like, dude, this is exactly what it is. I didn't even have to listen to the podcast. I actually used my fucking brain. And he was like, oh shit, I'm sorry. My bad. I just thought you were just like everybody else. Like, no, I used my fucking brain like a normal human and deduce what was going on. Like, Jesus, like, it's not that hard. It wasn't that hard. Unless you're just an AEW hater, you took it the wrong way. It was not that hard.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus. And also on that podcast, Moxley said over the summer, during SummerSlam, he did not have a contract. He was the AEW champion. He had no contract. He could have walked into SummerSlam. He said he was backstage at SummerSlam. He could have walked out there with the AEW championship and been like, yo, I'm part of WWE now. He said he could have did it, but he said the only reason he didn't do that was, one, because he was loyal, and two, nobody knew that he wasn't under contract at AEW. And it's like, that's a loyal motherfucker.
I respect him for that shit.
Yes. And throughout the podcast, he was talking about all of the good stuff about AEW that he loved, and all of those like people that he helped, and like all the people that he sees like good stuff, like Marina Shafir, which like I'm not gonna go against Moxley here, but I don't see what he sees in Marina Shafir. Like, he said he sees that she's like awesome and she can do so much good stuff. I'm like, I don't see what you see. It's fine, Moxley. I don't see what you see, but okay, I agree that stuff could be cool.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I more so agree with you than him. So.
Yeah. And that was a thing. Tony Khan also said there's another big announcement, a huge announcement on this week's Dynamite. And it's what, like, to me, this actually once again goes to one of those dumbass things that I keep saying about AEW, is like, when your ratings go down, you all of a sudden go, panic button, huge announcement. And it's like, Tony, just stop. Like, people are watching the show and they're like, no, well, last week was like this big number. Then like this week is a low number. And like, maybe if we do the huge announcement, because he always pulls out this thing as a panic button. And it's like, he needs to stop. He needs to fucking stop. I'm calling it out right now. He needs to fucking stop. You just put out this huge panic button. And part of me is thinking there is going to be a huge announcement because I think it's going to be Ibushi. I think he's going to say, I signed Ibushi. That's what I'm thinking he's going to say.
Hopefully, it's not some bullshit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're changing the colors, like from blue to red, gold and black, or some bullshit. I don't know.
Because the last time he said he had a huge announcement, it was basically a dumb something that was like, that wasn't worth you hyping this up as a huge announcement. It's
something similar. I think it was the show that's after Dynamite.
Yeah, it was the show, or even it was the title changing the name. Like, it wasn't like whatever it wasn't warranted, and it's just like, you have to stop doing this panic button bullshit. Just like, it's fine. Just like, let stuff happen normally. Like, even though you think that like, oh, we're losing viewers, I have to press the panic button. You don't have to do this. It's fine. People are watching. Like, there's people who are dedicated AEW fans that are there every week. You don't have to do this.
It's basically the boy who cried wolf. You know what I mean? Eventually people are like, stop like believing that bullshit, and even less people, like, it's gonna happen in reverse. Even less people are gonna tune in when he says that shit.
Yeah, and it's like, it's just annoying to me, and I really wish he would stop doing that.
Yeah, he needs to stop. Most definitely.
But yeah, AEW is, I mean, they're like I said, they're a good company, and a lot of people over this last weekend have talked about how good Ring of Honor's booking is compared to AEW, but you can see where the love lies in that one. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So back to the show, we're talk about Raw, Monday Night Raw, leading up to WrestleMania. This is the go home Raw to WrestleMania, and it started off with Miz TV with Team Backstream and Trish, and they're getting interviewed, and Becky talks shit about Miz. She says he has tiny balls, and Miz says, my wife says I have big balls. And then Becky hit the line, well, she must have not had a lot of experience. And Miz literally he was broken after that. He couldn't say anything.
She won that shit automatically.
Yes. So Damn It Control comes out, and they're talking shit, and Becky cuts them off, and she just starts talking and she says one line about, we wanted this match. And if you look very closely, you can see Trish Stratus gives her this look like, we? When the fuck did we do something? What the fuck are you talking about? So yeah. We're inching closer to SummerSlam with Becky versus Trish. Yeah. So then we have a one-on-one, which I knew this match was going to be good. Did not know it was going to take this turn to be really good. It was Becky versus Io.
Right.
It was really good. It was so good because a lot of people saw this match and was like, oh shit, like they're actually wrestling their asses off. Yeah. So
yeah, like I love this match. It probably was like maybe like match of the night, maybe.
It was up there. And Becky gets the win because, you know, we're going to Mania and Becky's a bigger star, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
We get Solo, the Wise Man, and the Usos all show up because Solo is main eventing Monday Night Raw. That's the thing.
Main event Solo?
Yes.
Or so Jimmy the only one that gets the name?
No, it's main event Solo. So Then we get an Asuka promo. Asuka gets a promo about her stuff. And then we get Logan Paul from last week, and he was talking shit about Seth. And yeah, whatever. Then we get Seth interview, and Seth gets interviewed, and Ali is trying to be positive. I'm positive, you're positive, we're all positive. Think positive.
He said something about positive Ali.
Yes. Where do you think this is going? Positive Ali.
Just that. They're going to change his name to that.
So do you think that
Ali is going to be like a positively Paige type of thing?
Mm-hmm.
But like heel and more annoying? I want to say Paige like was fucking heel at first with that, but I'm not sure. But yeah, he's going to be heel and like really annoying with that shit. At least they gave him some personality.
Yes. So Seth Rollins puts Ali in this tree of woe and hits him with a curb stomp from the tree of woe. And then stomps him again. Yes. And then he stomps him again and gets the win. And Seth just talks about how he's going to end Logan Paul. And on Logan Paul's birthday, they're going to do nothing but sing Seth Rollins' theme song.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Yes. And Logan Paul says, after WrestleMania, my contract is up. I'm done with WWE after WrestleMania. And so everybody's like, damn, like, I can't believe Logan's done. And I'm just like, there's something wrong here. Like, there's something extremely wrong here. And he's like, no, after WrestleMania, I'm done. And I'm like, there's something wrong here. You want to know what the something wrong is here?
What is something wrong?
He signed a multi-year contract last year. Yep. He literally signed it over the summer. A multi-year contract last year over the summer. He signed it with Triple H at SummerSlam, a multi-year contract. And it's like, this isn't it. Like,
people didn't pick that apparently. They forgot.
Yeah. This is what I see happening. Him losing at WrestleMania, and he says, I'm done with WWE and wrestling, and he's just going to disappear until SummerSlam. That's it.
Yeah. Because he rarely wrestles, you know, like he just has big matches, so that's basically what it pans down to, you know?
Exactly. He's going to come back at SummerSlam, and everybody's going to be like, oh, shit, they re-signed him. It's like, no, he's still signing that same contract, guys.
Yep.
So then we get a bartender Cabron, and he's like, yo, I'm sad. I want to do something. And he's talking to Pierce. And Pierce is like, yo, I don't care. And then Chelsea Green comes up to him. Excuse me, manager. I have a match, but I don't have a partner. Manager, I need a partner. I need a partner. And then Sonya Deville comes in and says, hey, he's a bad manager. You should be my partner. Okay, well, that's the thing. And the funny part is, like, Carmella was supposed to be Chelsea Green's partner, but I think Carmella is banged up. But no one is saying that she's banged up, but she was supposed to go into WrestleMania, Chelsea Green's partner, but she's not. So... yeah.
I think she's injured too. I agree.
Yeah. So then we have Omos and Brock Lesnar weigh in. And they got physical. A couple people got excited for this because they threw each other around. It is what it is. How about you?
Yeah, like this made me enjoy it more. Like, I don't know how the hell fucking Brock Lesnar does it. He ran away like a little punk though against Omos though.
Dude, Omos had a fucking scale. I'd run away too.
Like that's the first, like, might be like the first time, if not one of the first times Brock did that.
Yeah. So then we had Rhea Ripley promo, and she's talking about how she's going to kill Charlotte, and Charlotte, you're going to pay. You think, okay.
This came across as a face to me. I don't know about you.
No, she definitely is a face, and Charlotte is a heel. Like, that's a real thing.
But fucking Judgment Day are heels, so like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Rhea herself, solo, is a face. Rhea in Judgment Day is a heel. So it's very weird, but like that's what's happening.
The only other way if Dynamite turns face too, like after his match with his dad.
That's not happening. So then we get Finn Balor, and he's talking, and Finn Balor is there, and you can see the demon breaking out, and he says it's gonna be the demon, and that's a thing.
It's gonna upset me when we go to fucking WrestleMania and the demon's not purple. It has to match the aesthetic to me.
Okay. So speaking of going to WrestleMania, because this is like not a segue, but you mentioned Rey Mysterio and Legado del Fantasma. They did an interview with someone, and so all of a sudden it was this person with them with very long hair and glasses and was looking cool as shit. I'm like, who the fuck is that? And Santos goes, oh, this is my son. And I'm like, excuse me, what? Like, hold up, wait, what? Like, that's him? Yeah, apparently he's growing up. And,
okay, that was the little dude that like did the cutthroat and whatever when he lost the fucking mask, right?
Yes. And a lot of people, guys, like we watched Triple Mania years ago when Santos Escobar lost his mask and his son was there and his son was little and he just did the cutthroat. So I forgot who he lost to. Like, I think it was Dr. Wagner, was it?
I think it was Dr. Wagner because I think it was mask versus hair.
Yeah, and he lost the mask, and the little son did the little cutthroat, and I was like, "Oh, that kid's gonna be cool." And now to see him years later, and he's growing up, I'm like, "What the fuck?"
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it tripped me the fuck out. So we had an 8-man, which is the 4 tag teams at WrestleMania: Street Profits and the Bald Brothers versus the Alpha Academy and the Viking Raiders. And the match ended with Montez Ford calling out Dante Martin, which I give Dante Martin, if he doesn't do anything off the ladder at a Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor, you lose this week in Frog Splashes. Because Montez Ford jumped over top of Braun Strowman, who Braun Strowman was taller than a ring post. He jumped over top of Braun Strowman, higher than Braun Strowman, and then in air did a full turn and hit a frog splash.
That was fucking awesome. I don't know how the fuck.
Dude, I was at a fucking loss for words when he did that. I was just like, okay, Dante Martin has to respond. He has to respond now.
Did you imagine that Forbidden Door match? We probably mentioned that before, but still.
Oh yes, like that match would be so great. Like everybody would just lose their shit.
Yeah.
So then we had an EST promo, and that was cool. Then it was Austin Theory in an empty arena, and a lot of people got scared of this because it reminded them of the pandemic. It was like, no, this giving me pandemic vibes. I'm like, why are you people scared of the pandemic? Like it's like that was like it's not here anymore. Like what are you talking about? What's wrong with you people? It was so weird. But Austin Theory basically said he's going to beat John Cena, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Moving on. So then we had Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville versus Mia Yim and Candice LeRae. And Mia Yim and Candice LeRae lost to Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green because they're going in the match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And then we get Stacy Keibler is going into the Hall of Fame.
Like we're getting all these like fast as shit now, out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, but that's it because I think that's the Hall of Fame class. Like Stacy Keibler was the last one, and then Tim White was the one after that.
Yeah, he's the Warrior Award person, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was the thing. We had a Paul Heyman promo about how Solo is going to beat up Cody Rhodes for Roman Reigns. He's not going to win. He's going to beat him up for Roman Reigns. Yeah. So Then we get Dominic Mysterio. And this was one of the best Dominic Mysterio promos. Because Dominic starts talking. Then he flipped it into Spanish. And then he went back to English. And he ended it with, I wish Eddie Guerrero was my father. And everybody lost it.
You're so disrespectful. Like, yeah, apparently y'all don't know about that storyline. Okay.
And then the people that did know about it, they literally was like, you know, he could have been your father if you helped him win instead of cheating. And I was like, okay, that's true. That is true. Because it was his fault that Eddie. Yes. Like, Eddie could have been your father, but you had to stop Eddie from climbing up there to get the contract to be your dad. That's your fault.
Basically.
Then we had Rey versus Damian Priest. And Rey beats Damian because Dominic gets in the ring and beats him down. And then Legado del Fantasma comes in and saves Rey. Kind of wondering, will Legado del Fantasma be there to save Rey at WrestleMania? I'm wondering.
Save him? No. Would they be in his corner? Yes.
Yes. So we get everybody talking about the Andre Battle Royal, and Elias bumps into people. He bumps into Bronson Reed, bumps into Dexter Lumis, and then he bumps into Bob Lash because Bob Lash is going to be in the Andre Memorial Thrown Over the Ropes tournament thingy.
Hasn't he won it before?
I think Bob Lash had won it before. I think he has. But
correct, he will have that shit twice. The first one to have it twice.
Yeah, so that kind of means that doesn't look like it's going to be Bob Lash versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think that got like canceled.
Yeah. So then we get a backstage thing with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn talking about how they had one of their first matches in Los Angeles, and the crowd started to chant PWG, and I was like, "Holy shit! They actually know." So that was awesome. Yep. So then we get Dolph Ziggler getting murdered by Gunther, because Gunther murdered that man, because I don't know why they even let that man even get in a ring with Gunther, because Gunther was going to murder him.
Didn't he face Omos not too long ago too? Like, they don't, like, he pissed somebody off.
He did. And Gunther not only hit the powerbomb, but then he hit the Last Symphony, which is his other finisher on him. I was like, God damn, like, he could have just hit one finisher and just beat him. What the fuck?
Fucking crazy.
Yes. So then we got Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa. And this match was also really good. Midway through the match, the Usos came down, and then Sammy and Kevin ran off the Usos. And then Cody gave Solo his final win. I mean, loss. He beat him. He beat Solo.
Yeah.
Like, so now Solo... Yeah, Solo's not undefeated anymore. Cody's still undefeated, but Solo's not.
Yeah.
Man.
It's kind of a shame, though, in a way.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. It actually makes Solo more human now. Which, like, now, once after Roman loses and Solo gets back to normal, yeah, that's the thing.
He's going to be up there.
Yes. And so here's the thing, what I've heard, like, speaking of Solo and tying this in, Randy's coming back on Monday.
Yeah.
So Randy's coming back on Monday, and that's the thing. But I also heard that there's going to be a lot of surprises on Monday. I heard there's going to be a lot of surprises. I heard, from what I've heard, is going to be a call up, an appearance, and a return. This is from Hunter himself that said those words. But
Okay.
I also heard at WrestleMania, it ain't just going to be normal. This ain't going to be normal. And I know people are like, okay, what does that mean? First off, we have a banging ass set for WrestleMania. The set for WrestleMania is not normal and it's fucking awesome. It's not no bullshit. Just, oh, we're just going to stick up big ass Titantrons and this is our thing. Nope. Hunter was like, fuck you. I'm putting a whole fucking set and I'm putting my dick into this. He did it. He made a fucking set. The set is better than last year, better than any other year, except for that WrestleMania with the roller coaster. It's not normal.
That one was banging.
Yeah, that was great. This looks like this is gonna be a great set. And then Nick Khan, and also confirmed by Hunter, there will be a lot of surprises at WrestleMania. What they're going to be, I don't know, but there's going to be a lot of surprises at WrestleMania. And that's what I've heard so far.
Okay, so the best WrestleMania so far, then. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah. And when I'm talking about that, let's talk about the card for WrestleMania.
Okay.
So night one, Austin Theory, John Cena, very first match. Who you got? For the U.S. title, by the way.
Yeah. I see John Cena winning, but like some wonky way where he doesn't win the title.
Okay. I was kind of thinking Theory wins this one.
Okay.
So then we have Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. Who you got?
Like you said, Logan's gonna lose this shit. I guess like pretend to quit and whatever and come back at SummerSlam.
Yes. Then we have Damage Control with Trish Stratus versus Damage Control versus Team Extreme with Trish Stratus.
I see Trish turning on them because you kind of mentioned that like not too long ago too, and like I see hints of it for some reason.
Yes, that's exactly where I'm going. That's why I said it that way by accident, but like, yeah, that's where I'm going. So then we have the men's four-way, the Ball Brothers, the Street Profits, Alpha Academy, and the Viking Raiders. Who you got?
Street Profits.
I want them to lose just because I want the Street Profits to break up. That's all.
Yeah, they'll break up on that Monday.
Okay. Then we have Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley.
Ripley, baby.
Okay. Then we have Rey Mysterio versus Dominic.
Dominic.
Yeah, I see Dominic winning too.
Yeah. Now, the question is, side note, do you see him like taking off the mask or like getting the mask ripped? Like anything having to do with the mask?
Yes, he's definitely going to rip the mask. I see he's going to rip the mask. I see that's going to be it. So, yeah, I agree that Dominic's winning. Yeah. And then we have the big main events for night one. The Usos versus Kevin Owens and Samuel Zenin.
Team KO, Sammy, they need a name. But yeah, them.
Yes. So then we have night two. MVP versus Brock Lesnar.
First of all, you said MVP versus Brock Lesnar?
I meant to say almost my bad.
If that happens, most definitely Brock Lesnar winning.
I meant almost, but, damn it.
I'm gonna go with almost.
I'm going with almost too because apparently Brock Lesnar's contract is up after WrestleMania also, which is very weird.
And he likes almost.
Yes. Then we have Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Who you got?
Ronda and Shayna.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yep.
So then we have the Hell in a Cell. Edge versus Brood Edge versus Demon Finn Balor. Who you got?
Edge Brood.
I have Demon Finn.
Because I'm hearing like things that Gangrel might be there. So
no Gangrel is going to be there. That's why I said Brood Edge. Yes, Gangrel is going to be there.
But Damien, I almost said Damien Camp. Oh my God, Damien Priest, right? He has nothing to do. So will he be in like Finn's corner? You think? I think more than likely, right?
No, I don't think he's going to be in Finn's corner. I think Gangrel is going to be there for the entrance with Edge, and nothing more. It's just going to be those two just going at it. Where I see Damien being is Damien with Dominic. That's leading with Legado El Fantasma being part of it.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't see him being part of this match. I think it's just going to be straight up Finn versus Edge. And this is all leading to Edge in-game at SummerSlam.
Gotcha.
And then we have Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Who do you see winning?
Asuka.
I see Bianca keeping this for some reason.
Okay.
And then we have Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. Who you got walking out the new IC champion?
Sheamus, because this is going to be a banger.
Yes. And then we have the main event, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Who do you have in this banging main event?
Cody Rhodes, because he had adrenaline in his soul.
I'm not going to lie, I have no idea who is going to win. I don't know who's going to win. Because, like, it feels like Cody should win, which is, like, the great story. And it's like, yes, he should win. But also, the 1,000 Days of Roman could be a thing.
But where do you go from there, then?
That's the thing. Like, a lot of people have talked about this because this is another thing with Roman, that Roman is going to be taking some time off. You could have him take time off until SummerSlam. Yeah. And that could be a thing. And then, like, at SummerSlam, he shows back up, and then whoever the challenger is fights him for the title and wins the title. Like,
okay.
That's the thing. But also, it's like you gave all of this sexiness to Cody, and, like, everybody wants. And it's like, just give him the title. Just do it. And it's like, that's a perfect time, like a criable moment, whatever. But like I said, also it's the 1,000 days where, like, he breaks the longest record in a modern era, blah, 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 all of that. And it's like, you can see it as both sides, because, like, even if Cody doesn't win it here, he could win it at SummerSlam or win it somewhere else. Like,
true. All
of that could happen. And there's multiple things coming out. Is the also new titles are coming. New titles, not new titles like new things. Every championship is getting redone in the Triple H era.
Ever?
They're getting
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're all getting redone, and it's starting with the World and WWE title. Yes, I said the World and WWE title. Those two things are now a thing and not universal. But that will be after WrestleMania. And another thing that was very weird that Triple H was like, they asked him about Jay White. He was like, yeah, I'm more than confident that Jay White could be showing up in WWE soon, but you never know. And they asked him about Ibushi. He said, well, Ibushi, not so much. So that's why I said Ibushi will probably be showing up in AEW soon. Also with that, out of random fucking no goddamn reason, because The Rock's on a flight somewhere that's not LA, because Rock posted, I'm in my office. And he just posted him on a flight. And the place that he's leaving is LA. He's leaving from LA on this flight. And you're like, okay. And then, like, it had, like, San Diego on, like, the chart. And it's like, okay, but, like, why did you post that? Like, why, like, what was the specific reason that you just decided, oh, this weekend I'm just going to post I'm going on a flight and I'm leaving. I'm like, it's also Thursday, so like, who gives a shit? It's Thursday. Like, you have all the time to come back by Sunday. Like, ain't nobody buying this shit.
Basically.
Like, I 100%.
No reason.
Like, I 100% said, like, last week, or like, not even last week, like a couple episodes ago, when I said about WrestleMania, I said, Cody wins, Rock shows up, boom, Rock just at the end, it's over. You're like, oh shit, this is awesome. The Rock versus Roman eventually. And you just go from there. Yeah, it's like you go from there. That's the thing. It's not a big deal. But
it's not.
We'll find out what the fuck is going on in these shows. We'll find out. But WrestleMania's coming up. To be there soon, and you know, we're here.
Yep.
Also, we're gonna do another show after Rampage and Smackdown before WrestleMania, and then after WrestleMania Night 2, we have the big WrestleMania, also Ring of Honor, also the New Japan Impact show. All of that will be covered on the WrestleMania Big Pod episode. So yeah.
So you get a ton of episodes, y'all.
Yes. And go follow Renegade at Everything Enigma on YouTube.
Yes, sir. Got the fucking, what you call it, the stand and deliver matches up and whatever. For those of you that don't know, I use their game, currently WWE 2K23, and I do simulations and all that. So feel free to check those out.
And what else do you do on your YouTube channel?
Gaming, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter coming out soon. Basically a ton of gaming. So if you like that, feel free to check it out. Once again, Everything Enigma on YouTube.
And where can they follow you on Instagram?
Renegade Enigma.
And what about your Twitter?
Renegade Enigma. I think there's an underscore there somewhere. But look it up.
Okay. And that's it. We'll be back next time.
Same bat channel, same bat place.